Welcome to Kim Dragonfruit Paradise. Today I would like to share with you Halleys Comet. So let me talk a little about Halleys Comet. The beautiful fruit. Look at that, how beautiful. So this fruit is late season. So this fruit wasn't my fruit. It's what my friend fruit. I still growing now. Hopefully I have fruit next year. So I want to share with you because it's very impressive to me that he grew this variety only 11 months. So let me share with you about 11 months, the way he grew them. So he started cutting probably 2.5 feet long. And he didn't expect that he have flower bud in September. He thought it won't get flower until next year because, you know, the plant is only 11 months old. But he had 25 flower bud from September on. And this is fruit bud come on September the 5th. Now, 23 days after, October 2nd, the flower bloom. So he cross-pollinate. So it took 52 days from the flower bloom, the fruit in the process of growing, until in November 22nd, that 52 days, it start turning pink. So it start ripening. So from that point, we count how many days from that when it turn the color pink to ripening to when it's supposed to harvest. So because it's the first fruit season of this variety, and he mentioned to me when it's gonna supposed to ripen. I said, well, it depends because the weather been kind of cold and sometimes a few days hot and cold. So just it's hard for the fruit. First thing, it's hard for it to grow. Then it's hard for fruit to ripen. Then the fruit turn because it's darker color, the skin in the late season. So it's harder to know when it's supposed to harvest. When they early in the summer and August, when you pick the fruit more pinker, light green, light green here can be lime green more than dark green. So it's easy to know the fruit kind of ready because more sun. But I found most of my fruit in late season this time, and when I harvest the end of season fruit, so sweet and excellent flavor. Then my summer fruit on August that I harvest. So what I know about, I hope this fruit will be excellent. I can tell that how good gonna be. So he called me yesterday. He said, well, the sun just cracked, so he harvested it. So I have a little minor crack. So I said, okay. So he told me to come over and pick some to bring home. So he want me to have the bigger fruit, pick what I like. So he have another fruit is over a pound. So let's put this one. This one is 596 gram, 1.314 pounds. So a little bit over 1.25 pounds and 21 ounces. That's a very good size of fruit for just 11 months. All of his plant. So, and another one he have a pound, and then some of them a little bit smaller, but you know, overall he have very good size of fruit. They still, some of them a lot are still growing. So he probably will have fruit probably until February, I guess, because it's still more, it's so green. So, one more thing I want to share with you about this variety, the branches. And they're very kind of hardy because they have the two gene in here. One is watermelonness, and the other one is hardiness. So hardiness is a hardy white flesh variety, so it's very hardy. And the reason I want to share with you, look at that, how thick they are, how green. But the thorn is so spiky, so point, so sharp. Look at that, so sharp. It's totally different. So that's because they have hardiness in there. And that make them very hardy. And they say this variety you can have in full sun. But you know what? No matter what kind of variety, if you have a heat wave coming in, how hardy they can tolerate the full sun, it still have a sunburn turning yellow. So, but at least it's very hardy variety, so they can tolerate a lot of things too in the cold weather and then in full sun, but not heat. Okay, not heat. So that's what I want to share with you today. So now let's cut it open and we'll have a test to see how it turns out. So what I heard about this variety, that it's not a very high brick score. Some say about 16. Last time I had this, my friend, another friend gave me the smaller size of fruit. It's about 15.5 brick. And it's very good. Actually, I was surprised. I like the flavor. So I'm looking forward for this because it's bigger fruit, so it's more full of flavor. So let's start it open and we'll find out. How beautiful the color is. This one now. Let me show you up close to the camera. A little lighter pink. Have lighter pink, that two-tone pink, and more purple. They consider this like purple blush, but I see it's pink. Some pink and magenta color in there. So, but they're very pretty. If you can see how pretty they are. So let's see how. The seed is it's not as big at all either. So let me test the brick. Oh. It's a little bit firm, but I bet it's gonna be a lot of juice. But it's it reminds of, because watermelon is so it's a little bit firm, but have a little soft texture too. Actually, the juice is very little thicker, not running like American Beauty. It's more watery, and this is more thicker. The juice more thicker. So gonna be a lot of flavor. Wow. Now, whoever say Halleys Comet brick 16, well, guess what? Brick is 20.2, you guys. 20.2. That is very impressive for this variety. I mean, I expect about 18, 19, but wow, 20.2. That is gonna be awesome. So see, I think late season have better brick more higher than in the summer season on August, because I got too much heat that takes the flavor of sweet. I think if the perfect temperature, then it'd be better. So the weather here, maybe is a little bit colder here, maybe 5 degrees different than where he is. He's not that far from me. It's about less than half an hour from me. But the weather here to me normal. Today the lowest one is 30. I believe 38 tonight degree. But normally during the day, this time of year can be around. In the early morning can be about 62, 63, but during the day can be 70, 72. Later evening about 55. Sometimes it's 49 degrees, but it's a good temperature. I think that's why even the fruit take longer to ripen, but the flavor, not too much sun, but the flavor bring in more the sweetness of it. So let me have a test here to find out how good this fruit. And I'm really kind of excited to have the brick is so high, 20.2. So. Well, it sounds 20.2, the sweetness of it, but it's a little bit sweet tart. It's very tart. It's not sour. It's very nice tart. Like look like you're eating the candy, the sweet tart candy. It's very good, very firm. In the middle is sweet, but the aftertaste is very tart. Very refreshing. Boy, I couldn't believe it. 20.2 Brit, but it's sweet, but it's the tartness, very tart. Yeah, not like the other one, 20.2. That's sweet, but this is tart. So, but it's very refreshing. So, if really people like to eat the sweet tart, some of my friends love the tartness. This is the one for them. To me, it's a good flavor, very refreshing. But I couldn't believe 20.2 Brit is very tart. It's sweet tart, but it's good flavor. It's not a sweet tart that you cannot bearable, that you cannot eat. But it's very, very refreshing, very good. So there you have it. So I will see you next video. And make sure hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You refer your friend to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next video.